everyone, welcome to a new reading. Today we are going to do a boyfriend reading and figure out what type of boyfriend Beomgyu will be like. So to celebrate Beomgyu's birthday, I decided to just do his boyfriend reading. So here we are. Let's figure out what type of boyfriend Beomgyu will be like. So before we even get to his general energy, I want to say that I feel like he's given us a whole novella over here with all of the cards that came out. So two impressions that I got. One, he likes some sort of stability, or he doesn't really like change, because I realized that the cards that I got were the same cards that I used for the group reading. So I don't know, maybe his energy liked those cards. I do not know. And the other thing that I was going to mention is because of how the number of cards that we got, it feels like he's very talkative. So for the general energy, we have the peacock, and here it's an air element, meaning that communication is important to him. He thinks a lot, he observes a lot, he likes harmony and balance. He's very extroverted. He learns a lot from just talking to other people. I do know he's an extrovert, so there is this sense of he probably really enjoys talking to other people because he learns a lot from other people's ideas. Or as he's talking, he's like, you know what? That's some good advice. I think he may talk more than he thinks sometimes, or when he doesn't talk, he's thinking a lot. Anyway, but with the peacock energy though, there's a sense that he is going to be very showy. What type of boyfriend will he be? He will, the Will Smith meme where he's showing off his wife? Yeah, that's gonna be Beomgyu. This is a person I'm dating. He will talk nonstop about them. He will be very showy. And there's all of this energy just kind of came into me. So I do feel like he will be very silly, very loud. You know those people that when they're interested in someone, they get louder, more showy. Well, he will be that type of boyfriend. Even if he's already dating this person, he will still do all of this theatrics and all of this crazy drama queen type of things to kind of show off and be he could be a little bit conceited. He's very showy and very public. So I think he would like the whole world to know this is a person I'm dating. This is what I do to get them to like me. This is what I do to get their attention. Very showy. I think he will also be, based on the colors that we have right here, we have a lot of blue, greens, and yellows. So that makes me think of the solar plexus with the yellow, then the throat chakra with the blue, and then the heart chakra with the green. Meaning that he will be very honest, very straightforward, even spontaneous, very truthful, very blunt. He would like to have a lot of clarity in his relationships. So that's me combining the throat chakra and the heart chakra. And now with the solar plexus, super confident, very creative, very optimistic. So he's very lighthearted. He's very happy. Very enthusiastic, very energetic. And with the confidence, well, he's not afraid of publicly showing how much affection he has for who he's dating. So confident, yes. Definitely. But look, this is what I mean with his whole novella, his whole drama. So we have death, then we have homelessness, then we have self-love, then we have vow, then we have liberation. This makes me think of a journey of with the death card is I went through this rebirth, and it was very challenging. It was very difficult. I had to start from zero with homelessness. I had to start from zero, get my bearings again. The universe stretched out a hand to me with a self-love, and I was able to come to terms with what I wanted, bring myself back up from this challenging moment, from this difficult time. And then with a vow, I made a promise that with this self-love, I will be able to come into union with whoever I want to date, with whoever I want to share my life with. Connecting to spirit, being not only honest and caring and kind and understanding to myself, but also connecting with those higher powers to create a better change, not only for me, but for the world. And then with alleviation is like working with spirit, connecting with himself, and finally putting into action the change that he wants to bring into the world. Now that we got the mini drama out of the moment, let's talk about what type of boyfriend he will be. So with all of these cards right here, I do feel like he has gone through some rough times. So he has put a lot of time and effort to take care of himself, to bring himself into balance, especially because temperance is right underneath the self-love. He has put a lot of effort in creating stability for himself, in loving himself and accepting his strengths and his weaknesses, accepting all of the sides of him. He did a lot of shadow work. And because of all of those things, I do feel that he has worked at his self-esteem to such an extent that when he dates someone, he wants to be able to give himself wholeheartedly to them. Because I'm thinking of the vow and the alleviation card. This whole idea of like, okay, I'll be honest with you. When I saw these two cards together, I thought of marriage. He wants someone that he can see his whole life with. Someone that he can feel like it's long term. He can feel that it's meant for a long time. Someone that he can trust wholeheartedly with. Someone that will love him at his worst and at his best, if that makes sense. Someone that will be able to overcome any hardships that they encounter as a couple and as individuals. So what type of boyfriend is he? He is someone that has enough self-respect to have standards. Those were the words that came up. I don't know why they came out that way. He is someone that others can find self-centered, but for him it's just his way of taking care of himself. Also, he will be someone that when he makes a promise, he means it. But that's what we got from the oracle. Now, if we look a little bit at the tarot, he will be the type of boyfriend that will give the world to whoever he's dating. But he wants an equal give and take relationship. He has gone through rough times. So he has prioritized himself so much that he understands the importance of being with someone that will not take him for granted, and also being with someone that will give him as much as he will give them. Maybe love, maybe attention, maybe support. Equal. It has to be equal. And there's 3 cards that are basically saying the same thing. The Six of Pentacles is an equal give and take relationship. Then we have Justice with Libra energy, which is also about balance, harmony. And then we have Temperance, that is about having balance, having harmony, being patient. So those 3 cards talk about that. So what type of boyfriend will he be? He will adapt with whoever he's dating. So whoever he's with, depending how much... Okay, look, we're all different. We're all different people. So I think he understands that everyone shows their love differently. Because I think he will be super flamboyant, super boisterous, super showy. And he's okay if whoever he's dating doesn't do the same things as he does. But he wants to feel just as loved as he is expressing that to them. So let's say he's dating someone that is quite reserved and a bit more of an introvert and private. He will be okay if this person is not like yelling to the whole world how much they love him. He's okay with that. As long as he can feel loved by this person to the same amount that he does express it to others, if that makes sense. Now, with the Six of Pentacles, I do feel that he will... One of the things that he will do is give money to whoever he's dating. I don't think he's not going to necessarily give them gifts as much as it will be like, here, some money so you can buy yourself what you want. Here, some money so you can go out and eat. Or the other thing is like, if whoever he's dating is working on a project or going through a rough time, he doesn't mind paying debts if that person has any debt, or if that person is working on a project and they need some sort of investment, he doesn't mind investing on them. That's the best way I can describe that as well. So all I'm saying is that he's not necessarily much of a gift giver, but he definitely wants to provide for whoever he's dating. Especially if they're going through a rough time. Because he himself has gone through a rough time. And based on the cards that he got and how like this person's like giving money to other people, there's a chance that one of the reasons why he had a rough time was because of money struggles. Either he was tight on money or he didn't feel financially stable. So if whoever he's with is in a similar position, he would like to provide and extend his hand to help them out. Because he knows what it feels like to be in such a position. Now with the Justice card, it feels like he is so honest, so straightforward, that he wants someone that can handle that side of him. I don't think he's necessarily disrespectful, and I don't think he's quite crude with his bluntness. So he doesn't make people uncomfortable with the things that he says, but he does want someone that will be okay with his unfiltered side, whatever that looks like. Now, the Justice card also makes me think that he does want to be with someone that he could end up getting married. Like, he's a type of boyfriend that he's already visualizing that. He's already like, okay, what type of love do I want in my life? What type of romantic relationships do I want? And this Justice card makes me think that he wants something super official. So he'll be the type of boyfriend that will make it very clear, like, if he's dating this person, or if they're courting this person, or if they're interested in this person. He'll make it very clear. Also, he's very fair. So, like, if he's having some sort of discussion or an argument with whoever he's dating, he will fix anything that he feels should be fixed. So, for example, if he is having a discussion with whoever he's dating and they both express each other's shortcomings, he will try to fix whatever he's dating. Like, he will try to adapt to whoever he's dating, and he will try to fix things if there's ever an issue between them. Also, if there's any disagreements, he likes to keep things clear. And with the Temperance reverse, this is Sagittarius energy, it tells me that he will be the type of boyfriend that will like to go on retreats or go through like this moments of like, when he's on his own, is because he's taking care of himself, making sure that he's doing okay, that he's fine, and kind of bring himself back into balance. So there's this sense of like, he will want to be with someone that will support him when he's going through a rough time, but also he will be the type of boyfriend that will need some time for himself, so like that he can like reground himself and bring himself into balance. And he also wants someone that doesn't disrupt the space that he has built to feel comfortable and safe. There's also this sense that with the Temperance card, that he's not really a patient person. He likes to kind of like just get things done, jump into the unknown, learn new things, explore the world. So he will be the type of boyfriend that will want someone that is okay with his very spontaneous actions. Also, one thing that came up with the Five of Cups reversed, so usually upright it talks about someone that's very pessimistic, and with it in reverse, you will think that it means someone that is more positive. But let me tell you this. He is someone that tries to stay optimistic. He tries to stay positive. He tries to focus on being happy and choosing to be happy. However, one thing that really pisses him off, or one thing that he really, really hates apparently, with this card being underneath vow, is people that break their promises. If someone made a promise to him about whatever, it's like almost a deal breaker for him to be with someone that doesn't keep their promises. Now, I think he understands that there are times, for example, if he plans like a date or something with this person and then it falls through, he understands the circumstances and life can get in the way. But if whoever he's with, they make a promise, like, these are like big things, like a promise of being together, a promise of changing something to make the relationship work, those kinds of things. If whoever he's with breaks those promises, forgets about them, or doesn't try to amend conflicts that they had before, then he is devastated. Like it breaks him apart with this Five of Cups reverse. It's like intensifying the pessimism, right? It's like he puts an effort to be in balance, to be in harmony, to staying stable, to staying happy and optimistic. So one of the things that can definitely like break all of this hard work that he puts into being happy is someone that breaks a promise. So all I'm saying is, like, if he's dating someone and then things fall through and they break up, it will hit him hard. It will be very challenging for him. But what will be more challenging is like the build up to that breakup. So like all the things that just didn't work in a relationship. Now, underneath alleviation, we have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups talks about someone that walks away from a situation that does not emotionally satisfy them. This situation could be bad or it could be something good, but the person themselves doesn't really like it. So it's like, well, I'm going to make the decision of letting go of this and walk down a path that could be more challenging, but I trust in my intuition that even if it's hard or challenging, it is for my greater good or it will be to my benefit. And this kind of tells me that he's the type of boyfriend that really trusts his intuition. He really trusts in his instincts, his gut feeling. He trusts in destiny and the universe. So he knows that if a relationship doesn't work, it was for a reason. So even if it breaks him apart, he doesn't mind walking away from it. Now, it almost feels like we had this novella of like his individual, like this drama of his individual growth, where he's at. And then when it comes to relationships, we almost got like how a relationship starts and then how it ends almost. Like, I don't know. I think he is someone that really gets ahead of himself. He really thinks about the future, not only what type of romantic relationship he will have and the experience he will have there, but he also thinks to the bitter end, like, oh, and it couldn't like this, it couldn't like that. Like, I think he has a very big imagination. But the other thing is that when it comes to actual relationships, he, even if it really breaks him to be with someone that doesn't keep their promises, he's not gonna linger in a relationship like that. Again, he chooses to be. I always find it funny because my younger sister says that I choose to be happy, so I'm not gonna do this. And it's so funny because like sometimes when we play games and it's like, oh, there's this new event, and it's like, you know what? I chose to be happy, so I'm not gonna do it. She says stuff like that, and I find it hilarious. So with Beomgyu, it's the same thing. He'll be the type of boyfriend that even though he will give like the world to whoever he's dating, and he will want to be super fair, well, it's a double-edged sword, right? This whole idea of equality and fairness. Well, if he's with someone that doesn't meet his expectations in the sense of like, you know, we made a promise of doing this and that, and you didn't meet me halfway, then boom, it's over. Again, I remember how I mentioned that breaking promises with him was a deal breaker. Well, this Eight of Cups kind of shows that. It's like, it doesn't matter how great this person is, if they can't keep their promises, if they can't keep to that contract that we agreed on. You know, I'm saying a contract because I'm thinking of the Justice card, which makes me think of anything that is like legal and official, that kind of thing, right? So, oh, you know what's the other thing that I got? A cheater. One thing that he will never forgive if he's with someone that's like a cheater. Anyone that breaks his trust, out the window. It's over. Anyway, but yeah, with this Eight of Cups, it tells me that even if it doesn't matter how devastated he is with how this person betrayed him or did not keep their promise, he's not gonna linger that energy too long because he chooses to be happy. So he will just break up with them. Is this whole idea of like he has enough self-respect and enough self-love, and since he prioritizes himself, he's not dealing with anyone's bullshit. Again, equal give and take. So if this person has issues that they have not healed and they have not taken care of, he's not about to pamper them so they fix themselves. No, it's like he will negotiate to meet them halfway, right? So I do feel that one of the promises is like, again, if there was a discussion of like what they like about each other and what they don't like about each other, and then they both decide to work harder on fixing the things that they don't like about each other, so like that they can have like this middle ground where they are able to compromise in a way where they can coexist beautifully and harmoniously. But then if that person can't keep their side of the bargain and meet him halfway, then he's gonna just break up with them. And I think he has very zero tolerance and patience for people that could potentially disrupt his hard work of staying balanced and stable. So yeah, what type of boyfriend is he? He's extremely generous, very loud and showy. He has gone through rough times, so he is understanding. However, he has very zero patience and tolerance for people that do not meet his standards or cannot adjust and adapt. Or someone that can't keep his word. He has zero tolerance for people like that. That's the best way I can describe it. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. He's such an interesting person to read for. Like, you guys don't know how much energy it filled me up. Like, I started getting like super energetic. Like, the moment I started reading this peacock energy of like what type of boyfriend he will be. Honestly, kind of scary. Well, I say it's scary because I'm a very private and reserved person. So just thinking of someone that is that showy, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'm sure there's someone out there that will like someone this type of showy. So yeah. It was very interesting to read for him because, I mean, it's nice when you read about someone that is not like you, because then I'm over here delivering messages that I'm like, yeah, this is definitely his energy, because me, never. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you learned from it, or at least found it interesting. As I mentioned, it was very interesting for me because it filled me with so much energy. I thought it was so funny when I saw all of those cards. I was like, I see the story. I was able to visualize it right up. Because look, the death card came up and I was like, man, that's rough. And then the homeless one came up and I was like, oof, he's going through it. But then I saw the other cards and I was like, wait, I see the story. I see the story of like self-growth, of adapting, self-love, the whole journey. I saw it all. I was like, it makes sense. And then with the bottom cards, it's kind of like clarifiers of the oracle, but at the same time was just like its own thing. Let me put it like this: it almost felt like a roller coaster. As like individually, he had a rough start, and then he grew, and then in a relationship, he's still at the peak of his energy, and then if this person disappoints him, boom, it goes down again. So it was like a bit of a roller coaster of reading for him. I hope that he has a beautiful birthday now that he's like what? 24. I don't know how old he is now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.